Hello, friends. Welcome to Science Talk. I'm your host, Jim Massa. I want to discuss with you a report that was published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Science. And basically, what they're stating is that there's little time left to arrest Greenland's melting. So there's little time. Humans have little time to stop this melting, prevent the collapse of the Arctic ice sheet, and with that, of course, sea level will increase dramatically. Time left is getting shorter and shorter. Norwegian and U.S. scientists have taken a close look at the Ice Age history of Greenland, and they've come to a sobering conclusion. All it takes to set the island's ice cap melting away is a mean sea surface temperature higher than 7 degrees Celsius. And the present mean sea surface temperature is 7.7 C. Oh shit. Now, of course, we know that Greenland has the largest store of frozen water. It holds enough ice that if it were to all melt, global sea levels will increase by 7 meters, as some of the estimates, which would then imperil cities like New York, Miami, Shanghai, Amsterdam, London, just to name a few. So this report is published in PNAS, combined with climate models, suggest that any sustained temperature rise could trigger an irreversible melt of the entire southern Greenland ice sheet. The scientists suggest that the threshold for this calamity could be between 0.8 degrees C above the post-ice age norm and 3.2 C. Well, because of burning the fossil fuels and so on and the greenhouse gases, the planet is already warmed by about 1.3, 1.4 C above the level for most of human history, certainly above from when the Industrial Revolution started. Warming of at least 3.2 C by the end of the century seems almost certain. I just did a report where that might be an extreme underestimation, that there are some scientists now stating that it could be 5 to 9 degrees C, in which case, we're done as a species. Let's be blunt. Researchers published their conclusions with the intention that there should be examined, tested, challenged, perhaps overturned. This is called science. Okay, we're putting this out based on our best modeling. Tell us we're wrong. Tell us we're right. Challenge us. If we're wrong, tell us how. That kind of stuff. However, there's been increasing concern of the rapid rate of loss of ice melt, the rapid increase in melt rates, and it's been consistent and increasing over the years. Researchers have repeatedly established melting each summer is increasing the rate at which glaciers flow and deliver ice to increasingly warmer northern oceans. This rate of melting has itself begun to accelerate. So not only is the land warming and melting the ice from above, you got warmer oceanic waters warming it from underneath. So you got it meeting like this. Neil Ervali of the University of Bergen and his colleagues took a closer look at the information stored in microfossils within cores from the ice and ocean floor during 4 interglacial periods over the last 450,000 years. Okay? This again goes back to isotopic fractionation. And I know I keep mentioning this, but I did a video on that, lengthy video on isotopic fractionation. Please check it out if you have not done so already. It's over an hour long. You don't have to watch it all in one sitting. Just look at it in segments, what have you. But I explain what IF is all about and how to interpret, how to look at the information and understand what has happened before. So, what did this group find? During warm spells, ocean levels rose dramatically, and in 2 episodes, Greenland's vanishing ice could have contributed more than 5 meters in one case and up to 7 meters of sea level rise in the other. They identified what triggered these things. All four of these interglacial conditions reached temperatures higher than they are right now. Right? So obviously, scientists are concerned about the stability of the Greenland ice. That should not come as a surprise. We already know the Arctic is warming faster than anywhere on the planet. But the research begun to identify triggers that feed back into further warming. Rain, for instance, in winter. I did a video segment some time ago where I talked about winter precipitation in Greenland, what rain does instead of snow, or the fact that instead of when you might expect rain, like say July, with it's occurring earlier in the year, or when you expect snow, you're getting rain. So basically, we're already seeing rain when we're expecting snow. That's going to impact and erode the ice. Rain erodes ice. Because don't forget, the rain is coming. If it's rain, it's liquid, which means it's above freezing. It's going to be a little melting when it impacts the ice. So the rain in winter is one trigger. Loss of cloud cover in summer, allowing more sunlight energy to reach the ice surface. And soot, depositing soot from polar wildfires. That darkens the snow, reduces albedo, so instead of sunlight energy being reflected back into space, it's absorbing the sunlight energy, increasing the melt rate. So basically what this study confirms is that fears that are already widespread. Greenland is melting away very rapidly. So what remains to be settled is the point at which the decline of the ice sheet becomes irreversible, the Bergen scientists added. As the ocean warms, this feeds back into the process of melting, triggers longer-term feedbacks. So Dr. Valli states, the exact point at which these feedbacks are triggered remains equivocal. Notably, the critical temperature threshold for past Greenland ice sheet decay will likely be surpassed this century. The duration for which this threshold is exceeded will determine Greenland's fate. It is no accident that because of the concern that scientists have over the fate of Greenland ice, that there are more and more studies being done to address this. And I, of course, will keep bringing them to you. Thank you for your time. Hello, folks. This is Jim here with Science Talk, asking you to please subscribe to my channel and to inform others of my channel and of the work that I do. Please share to social media platforms that you use. Also, as a reminder, don't forget to click the bell so that you know when I load up more videos. Finally, I ask that you support the work that I do by becoming a patron at patreon.com. Details in the description box below. Thank you for your support.